Welcome back for the next part to Resident Evil 1 walkthrough. We are now in the guest house. Go ahead and store your ink ribbon. And we're gonna actually take out our shotgun real quick. So, first thing you're going to want to do is push this down. We need to cover this hole up right here, because if we don't, then every time we pass it, a vine tentacle thing will pop out and grab us. So now we can climb over these boxes. Freakiest enemies in the game by far. So freaking detailed. And actually stay away from their body because they can still poison you. There's a green herb here. If you head over here and use the lighter, a strange silhouette hovers in the reddish light. Could it have some kind of meaning? And there's another green herb here. And there is another spider in this room. But actually, if you... It's really creepy just leaving him there, but if you leave him alone, he will leave you alone. So just do not mess with him. Which is hilarious. People always say that about spiders. If you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. Alright, go over here and there's another candle thing. Strange silhouette hovers in the green light. And over here there's a first aid box and a red book. Inside here you'll find mixed herbs. And now we're gonna head up these stairs. There's another candle here. Strange silhouette hovers in the orange light. Could it have some kind of meaning? Alright, now head over to this pool table. And you'll see that orange is 5, green is 6, and red is 3. So that means that the eye with the 4 lashes is going to be 3, the eye with 2 lashes is going to be 6, and the eye with no lashes is going to be a 5. I'm going to try to remember that. Pretty sure this is somewhat randomized, so if it's different for you, then... Especially if you're playing on a different difficulty. But yeah. Alright, so now I'm gonna go head back and grab my pistol again. So I really only needed that shotgun for that spider. And you're not going to want to reload that shotgun because we are going to be getting a new shotgun here pretty soon. So any shotgun shells that will be left in this shotgun are kind of unusable. I mean, you can, yeah. Anyways, so I'm gonna store these. I'll go ahead and hold on to this one, I guess. In fact, I think I might even just use it because it's, actually no, that'd be foolish. I'm gonna combine it with this red herb and do a triple mix. But I am going to take this with me just in case, because I am in the yellow. And you can store the red book for now. In the original, that door would not be locked. Alright. Over here, there's a bunch of newspapers. Newspapers lie scattered about. They all seem to contain articles about stars. Oops. Alright. So if you head down here, there's a map of the residence. There's also a hole in the wall, but do not examine it. Let's go ahead and head in here. And a zombie will come in. That was taking forever. Okay, yeah. Alright. Head into this bathroom here. And there'll be a key here. If you examine it, you find it's the key to room 001. And I believe that that's all that's in here. Alright, so we're gonna head back. Make sure to climb over these boxes every time. And you can use the key here and discard it. There will be a zombie hanging here. There's a handgun magazine here. And a self-defense gun. Along with a suicide note. June 22nd, 1998. I had to do it. We ran from those things, helping each other to survive. But Robert started to show the symptoms. I had to do it. Those damn things are pure evil. There was no other way. He would have done the same if it were the other way around. After I put him out of his misery, I had to just leave him in the bathroom. Now I'm probably the last one. How could this happen? I'll never forgive myself for being part of this project. Eventually I'll get what's coming to me, though. There's no way to escape from this nut house. It's just a matter of time now. Everything is set. All I need is a little courage to get it done. Knowing that I'll leave many things undone is regret beyond words. But this is better than just waiting to turn into one of them. Please understand and at least let me end my life as a person. There's a message on the back. Linda, please forgive me. Alright. So, looks like he hung himself. Pull the plug out of the bathtub. There's something inside the bathtub. Pick up the control room key, and that zombie will get up. But it's pretty easy to just turn around and head back out. And we will never need to return to this room, so even if he busts out of the bathroom, we will be good. Now I'm gonna head in here real quick because the zombie I killed in that other room, we will be going through that room like several times. So I feel that I should burn him up. I'm also going to store this self-defense gun. Fun fact, if you ever needing to be fast or something, if you run with nothing equipped, you will be a lot faster. And you will be faster with running with a handgun than you will with a shotgun, so things that you're holding do affect your speed. Alright, so head back down to room 002, room 2. Hopefully he hasn't already turned. Nope. Alright. Oops. up and get out of the way. There's also a file here. Plant 42 report. 4 days have passed since the accident. The plant at point 42 is growing at an amazing rate. Although there are many unknown aspects about this plant, we know that in comparison with the other group of plants, the T-virus has had a substantially stronger effect on this one. The T-virus has drastically morphed its host's anatomy as well as its size. Looking at its current state, it's difficult to imagine its original appearance. Nowhere on Earth will you find anything like it. We've also found that Plant 42 has two main sources of acquiring its necessary nutrients. One source is through its roots. Somehow it has rooted itself down into the basement. Immediately after the accident, a scientist went mad and destroyed the aqua ring. Ever since, the basement has been like a pool. There is a high possibility that it's one of the chemicals in the water that's promoting the Plant 42's rapid growth. However, we have yet to determine the specific chemical. A bulb-like body of the Plant 42 has been sighted hanging from the ceiling of the first floor. We are sure that it used the air ducts to reach the first floor. Numerous long tentacle-like vines are protruding from the bulb. We believe the vines are the second means of acquiring its nutrients. When the Plant 42 senses prey, it uses the tentacle-like vines to capture its prey. After doing so, suckers on the vine drain the prey of its blood. We've also noticed that it has some intelligence. When it captures its prey, or when it's inactive, the vines twine around the door to stop possible intruders. Unfortunately, several of our scientists have already fallen victim to this Plant 42. When we heard the stories from the survivors, they all observed one thing in common. When the uniform petal-like flaps open and reveal its vital internals, it has a tendency to become more aggressive. One witness reported that it was as if it was trying to protect itself. Why it behaves the way it does is still unknown. May 21st, 1998, Henry Sarton. Alright. So now, as tedious as it is, I'm going to run back and store the fuel canteen. So now head over here, push these back to reveal a hidden ladder. And we will find this creepy underground lab area. I'm gonna use this green herb just in case. I'm gonna leave that one there for now.
Richard! Chris! Chris, stop! No! Richard.
There goes Richard. You're gonna want to start running immediately. Oh shit. Run your ass off. Away from these great white sharks. And use the control room key and discard it. I remember there being an item up here, but maybe not. And head down the ladder. There's a map back here of the aqua ring. And then if you check right here, caution in case of a drop in oil pressure control, open valve number 3. That will be randomized, so make sure you check that. Alright. Head over here. Something seems to have gone wrong while the water was being drained. There's a switch to drain the water. Press it. Yes.
Emergency. Unknown source of pressure detected. Locking all doors to achieve maximum safety.
Sharks are now trying to break through. Head over here, the pressure shelter is locked. Release the safety. Now that you've released the safety, run over here for the pressure shelter and pull it. You will now lose oil pressure.
Reaching 30% of pressure threshold.
Run over here and open valve number 3, or whichever one you were told to open. Go back here and release the safety again.
Reaching 50% of pressure threshold.
Pull this lever.
Activate emergency drainage system immediately.
Okay, we are now safe. And we're going to drain the water. Fuck those sharks. The water has been completely drained out of the aqua ring. Take the first aid box. If you examine it, you'll find that it is a mixed 2 green herbs. Head down here and you'll find some shotgun shells. The materials are labeled dynamite, but they're soaked beyond use. Which really sucks. It'd be really nice to run around with some dynamite. Alright. Head down here, we're now on the base floor of the Aqua Ring. So because we saved Richard and he died there, there will now be the assault shotgun here, which is not in the original, and it comes loaded with 10 shotgun shells. So, yeah. If we had chosen not to save Richard, we would not get the assault shotgun, but it would give us the option to use V-Jolt on the next coming boss fight, and basically skip it. But I chose the assault shotgun. Head over here, and it looks like Mother Neptune is still alive. What you're going to want to do is push this console into the water and fry that fucking bitch. The generator will overload and the water is safe to go back into. Go over and pick up this residence key. If you examine it, you'll find it is the gallery key. You could kind of call that a boss fight, I guess. I wouldn't call it a boss fight, but we did just take out Mother Neptune. So there are some Magnum rounds here, and unfortunately my inventory is completely full, so I will have to come back for those, because there's no way that I'm leaving behind Magnum rounds. Head over here and you can unlock this door. And we're back in this area where we made that bridge. But as you can see, the water is drained now. Head back up into the guest house, and we're gonna head back to the safe room because I'm gonna store some items and go back for the herb and the Magnum rounds that I left behind down there. So I'm going to store the assault shotgun and the shotgun shells, and I'll go ahead and store the herb. Just going to run back really quick and get everything that I left behind. That's why it's frustrating playing as Chris, because he gets less inventory spaces than Jill. If we were playing as Jill, that would have been no problem. But Chris's playthrough is inherently supposed to be harder, so... It's harder to speedrun, that's for damn sure. Not that that's what I'm trying to do. Because this is definitely not a speedrun. So yeah, pick up these very precious Magnum rounds. We have to go back the long way to get back on the other side of that bridge that we created earlier. But that's okay, because it'll give me a chance to show you something. If in the event that you're doing a playthrough and you decided not to save Richard, and you wanted to use the V-Jolt on, on Plant 42, this would be the room that you would go to as, Rebecca. Those are the Plant 42 routes right there. This is otherwise a completely pointless room. There's no items or anything like that. So head over, whoops, head over here. Damn, that shark took out that whole walkway. And we can grab this herb right here that we left behind. And thank God we did, otherwise we wouldn't have even had room to pick up the damn key. Alright. So that would be it for the aqua ring. Got all the items from down here. I believe so. If you ever want to make sure, you can just go to your map, and as long as as long as everything is green, that means that you got everything. Which is very useful. So now you can use the gallery key here and discard it. I'm still going to run back to the safe room. So I'm going to be ending this video here. And store the magnum rounds. Store the green herb, I guess. You can go ahead and take out the red book and the assault shotgun. And the self-defense gun. Alright. So yeah, I'm going to end this part here, but I will be recording the next part back to back. So I'll be back for the next part very soon.